So straight up, we're going into the next game, which was Arsenal Man U.
Well,
What's your take on that?
Arsenal Manchester United. It was a very good game, interesting game. Like I said, the last.
But did you see that coming? Man U losing.
Yes. I saw that coming. Even as a United fan, but we must be factual because when you are watching, we all saw the game and we all know the current state of Manchester United. We know the current state of Arsenal. Arsenal did well last season and they still possess most of those players apart from Thomas Partey, who left Arsenal to Villarreal. Now, Arsenal, they even bought new players in. Now, Manchester United, they played with their usual 3-4-2-1 formation. Now, playing with that formation, you have Matthijs de Ligt at the back, you have Euro at the back, then you have Luke Shaw playing as a centre back as well. Then you have Patrick Dogu as a wing back. You have Dalot as a wing back. Then you have Casemiro and Fernandes in the midfield. Then up front you have Matheus Cunha, Mbemo, and then you played Mount
as a first nine.
Firstly, when you look at the bench, we have Joshua Zeki.
Dalot was in that game.
Dalot was in the game. That's what I'm saying. Dalot played as a wing back.
Okay.
But he was brought on.
No. Dalot started the game. He was taking off around, I think, 55 minutes of
brought in Ahmad.
Yes, and brought in Amad Diallo. And I've said it before in our previous video that, yes, Mbemo is good, but we already have, what is it called? Amad Diallo. But Mbemo is an upgraded version of Amad Diallo because Mbemo is already tested and trusted already. But now, firstly, if you start playing this kind of formation, it's either you restrict Amad Diallo from being that attacking player. You are playing him as a wing back now, which is not his real position. But my problem, firstly, in the first half, the game, that goalkeeper does not have that presence in the post. Onana might not be good.
But Onana is injured.
Onana might know. The coach later said Onana was not injured, but these are the best that maybe he did not have enough training with them in the preseason, all of those things. But Onana might be making some mistakes, but Onana is very good with his feet. And at least Onana have been used to the pressure. This goalkeeper is not used to that pressure. If you watch, almost every time the ball came to him, he was staggering before he kicked the ball. And most of his kick was not that far. Secondly, that goal that Arsenal scored, you, inside your 18, your 6-yard box, the goalkeeper, you have that 6-yard box. Anything going on in that 18, you need to shout, you need to scream.
You're supposed to be in control.
You're supposed to be in control. Now, and that has been my problem. Why? Because most time people watch this football with sentiment. Maguire might be making some mistake, but the presence of Maguire, the size, the height of Maguire is needed in that centre back. Because if Maguire, with his experience, was in that game, Maguire will not consider that kind of goal. Because now, if you are playing such goalkeeper, a second choice goalkeeper, you know that it's not that experience. You should play a centre back with experience that will cover that goalkeeper there. That is how it's been done as a very good coach. When you see that your best player or in that position is not playing, you look for another player that can use more, because in football they use mouth to play football. You cannot be dumped in the pitch. You understand what I'm saying now? You use mouth to. So Maguire already knows Arsenal. He knows that this game is do or die game. Then definitely if Maguire have started that game, there was no way that goal would have been considered, because either Maguire will head that ball out or Maguire will control that 18-yard.
But Arsenal scored a lot of goals last season.
Fine. We are talking about this season now.
Yeah.
And because Arsenal scored a lot of goals
already, they scored some.
Yes. Then if Arsenal scored those goals, they already know those statistics before that game. So why benching Maguire in that game? Why benching him? Now, my problem again was that before Arsenal scored that goal, that goalkeeper will have punched that ball away. How come David handed the ball without even making an attempt to punch? That was very wrong. Secondly, Fernandes playing alongside Casemiro. Casemiro is the only defensive midfielder that Manchester United have that understand that role. But Casemiro does not have that energy to marshal that midfield.
He needs a younger player.
He needs a younger player. Playing Fernandes to draw back and play 10 with Casemiro. There was no way that game would have been balanced. Fernandes cannot put in energy to mark in that midfield. It's not possible. He loves to play more with the ball. Now you are playing Fernandes as an attacking player. You are playing Cunha. You are playing Mbemo. You are playing Maximal up front. Now you left only Casemiro in that midfield to play against Zubimendi, to play against Rice, to play against Odegaard in that midfield. That was very wrong formation. Now, they started this game first. Yes, Martins Cunha, they played well. If you have wanted to play this kind of formation, why not just jump pack the midfield and play Mbemo and Cunha up front as a 4-4-2 formation? I've said it that most time you don't need to be stagnant with your formation. You play your game according to your opponent formation. You play your game according to the players you have at your disposal. When you are playing a game and then you saw that, okay, my player, maybe Masaka is having injury, you have to change the
formation.
You kept Sesko on the bench, fine, because it's his first game. Now you have Joshua Zeki there. Why not bring in a striker and start the game? If you wanted to play Mount, why not bring him inside the midfield to play? Now you allow Fernandes to be exhausted before they progress from defense to midfield to attack. It takes too much time.
Are you trying to say that Man U lost that game from the midfield?
They lost that game from midfield. Forget about the goal. And I was happy that they lost the game. Why? Because I wanted Ruben Amorim to know that the team is not complete here, because there's still enough time to buy players in this transfer window. You understand? So because if they have won the game, you will have believed that, okay, my squad is good. You have 37 more matches to play. And after 37 more matches to play, see a whole lot of games. Players might not come to the party in all of this game. Some players might be injured along the line. A lot of things might happen. You might have red card. You might have some certain things. So you need a very good squad to play this 37 man. And for Man U, it's not like us now. Forget the fact that Man U, yes, Man U, they played so well in this game. They dominated, but without winning, it's zero. It's nothing. Because at the stage where Man U is now, Man U does not even need to play well and lose. Play badly, get the point.
Get the point.
Play badly, get the point.